Soft piano with subtle strings. Visuals fade in, a peaceful montage of Zach, Tori, and their kids laughing on the Roloff farm, intercut with past TLC footage from Little People, Big World. They were the heart of Little People, Big World, Zach and Tori Roloff. A couple fans rooted for since day one. Their love, their family, their journey, played out in front of millions. Tori caught cheating? Zach walks out. Marriage on the rocks. Divorce confirmed? But now whispers have turned into shouts. And fans everywhere are asking, what went wrong? Is it really over for Zach and Tori? And who is the mysterious new man appearing in Tori's life? Clips of Tori's recent Instagram posts, one where she's seen laughing with a man off camera, another with a cryptic caption. Starting over isn't always a bad thing. From subtle signs of emotional distance to sudden changes in tone and social media posts that have left fans guessing, this is more than just another reality TV storyline. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Zach walking alone on the farm, drone footage over the now-for-sale Roloff property, glimpses of Tori on solo trips with the kids. Was there cheating? Is Tori already moving on? Or is this simply the painful unraveling of a relationship that's quietly suffered behind the camera lens for far too long? In this deep dive documentary, we'll explore the emotional fallout, the timeline of the split, and the unanswered questions fans have been dying to know. Tori's alleged new relationship. Zach's silent retreat from social media. The moment fans knew something was wrong. And exclusive insight into what could happen next. Let's start at the beginning, where the cracks in Zach and Tori's love story truly began. Music fades slightly as we transition into the next chapter. Soft romantic music with nostalgic footage. Wedding clips, baby announcements, old Roloff farm memories. Before the rumors, before the drama, there was a love story that captured hearts across the nation. Zach Roloff met Tori Patton in 2010 while she was working on the Roloff family farm during pumpkin season. At first, it was just casual conversation between co-workers, but something deeper began to bloom. Their relationship developed quietly and organically, away from the cameras at first, rooted in genuine connection and shared values. By 2013, their love had blossomed into something unshakable, and in July 2015, the couple tied the knot in a beautiful outdoor ceremony, right there on the Roloff family farm. It was a magical moment that aired on Little People, Big World, showing fans a tender, heartfelt union filled with laughter, tears, and promises of forever. Together, Zach and Tori dreamed of building a life grounded in family, simplicity, and love. They welcomed their first son, Jackson, in 2017, followed by Lila in 2019 and Josiah in 2022. Their parenting journey became a central theme on the show, full of joy, challenges, and relatable moments for fans who are also navigating young family life. But behind the bright smiles and Instagram-worthy milestones, cracks began to form. As their family grew, so did the pressures. Parenting 3 young children, 2 of whom share Zach's condition of dwarfism, brought emotional and physical demands that often went unseen. Tori, always a hands-on and deeply involved mother, began expressing exhaustion and burnout in her social media posts and vlog entries. Filming for Little People, Big World, once a fun glimpse into their lives, turned into a stressor. As their kids became older, Zach and Tori started questioning how much exposure was too much. Were they oversharing? Were their family moments being packaged for entertainment at the expense of their peace? And then there was the Roloff family drama. Zach's complicated relationship with his father, Matt Roloff, grew tense, especially during the infamous dispute over buying a portion of the family farm. Zach felt betrayed. Tori, trying to remain neutral, found herself caught between her loyalty to her husband and her role within the broader Roloff family dynamic. It wasn't just a real estate disagreement. It was an emotional fracture in a long-standing legacy. These tensions seeped into their marriage slowly but steadily. Misunderstandings multiplied. Quality time dwindled. Emotional distance replaced connection. They still loved each other, but love, as fans would soon learn, isn't always enough to hold a marriage together. Music fades into a more somber, reflective tone. From the outside, Zach and Tori Roloff appear to have it all: a loving marriage, 3 beautiful children, and a strong fan base rooting for them every step of the way. But as Little People, Big World progressed into its latest seasons, cracks began to show in the carefully crafted image of harmony. Analyzing recent LPBW episodes. It started subtly. In several recent episodes of LPBW, viewers noticed a shift in tone, especially in scenes featuring Zach and Tori together. There was less laughter, more awkward silences. Conversations once filled with affection and teamwork began sounding more like negotiations or even quiet standoffs. One particularly striking moment came when the couple discussed future plans for the Roloff farm. Tori appeared hesitant, frustrated even, while Zach seemed distracted, often diverting his attention toward his phone or the kids, avoiding direct answers. Tori's emotional confessionals. And then came the interviews. In her solo confessionals, Tori began opening up about feeling emotionally depleted. In one vulnerable moment, she said through tears, "Sometimes I don't feel seen or heard." Her voice cracked as she added, "We're doing life together, but I feel like we're doing it separately." For longtime fans of the show, it was a gut-wrenching revelation. The bubbly, optimistic Tori seemed burdened, emotionally weighed down by something deeper than just a long day with the kids. Zach's growing absence. Meanwhile, Zach's presence noticeably dwindled. Not just on social media, but even in family events and filming segments. He was missing from a key birthday celebration for one of their kids, which left fans confused and concerned. In another scene, while the rest of the family gathered for a holiday shoot, Zach was nowhere to be found. The official explanation? Busy with work. But longtime LPBW watchers weren't buying it. The man who once prioritized every family moment was now increasingly absent from them. Social media red flags. Then came the shift in Tori's Instagram feed. What once overflowed with playful family selfies and loving captions turned colder, more curated. Fewer photos of her and Zach together. In fact, for several weeks, there were none at all. Instead, she shared images of herself with the kids, accompanied by captions like "doing it on my own today" and "just me and my babies, my strength." Fans immediately took notice. The comment sections filled with speculation. Is everything okay between you and Zach? Why haven't we seen Zach lately? Sending love, Mama. You look like you're going through something. Even Zach's social presence took a noticeable dip. He rarely posted, and when he did, the updates were impersonal, often about sports, the kids' activities, or throwback clips from the show.
It was clear something had changed.
Fan reactions and speculations. Reddit threads and LPBW fan groups exploded with theories. Was this just the strain of parenting 3 young children while under the pressure of a long-running reality show? Or was something more serious brewing? Some pointed to the demands of filming, others to unresolved tensions between Zach and his father, Matt Roloff, tensions that Tori may have been dragged into. Others speculated whether Tori's cryptic messages were hinting at emotional neglect or even deeper marital strain. One fan wrote, "I think Tori is trying to send a message without outright saying it. She looks exhausted, emotionally and physically." Another added, "Zach used to be so present. Now, it's like he's emotionally checked out." For a couple that once inspired hope and admiration, these signs have left fans worried. Were these just temporary struggles? Or was their once fairy tale romance quietly crumbling behind the scenes? Whatever the truth, this was no longer just reality TV drama. It felt all too real. And it was only the beginning. As the tension quietly brewed behind the scenes, fans of Little People, Big World began noticing subtle, yet telling, changes in Zach and Tori Roloff's dynamic. At first, it was just a shift in tone. Tori's once lighthearted and affectionate captions on Instagram grew cryptic, filled with vague references to seasons of change and choosing peace over everything. But then came the moment that set the rumor mill ablaze. Tori was spotted without her wedding ring in several Instagram stories. One post showed her cradling baby Josiah with her left hand fully visible and noticeably bare. Fans flooded the comments. Where's your ring? Is everything okay with you and Zach? No ring? This is serious. Clips of social media posts and zoomed-in shots of her ringless hand flash on screen. The speculation only intensified when a Reddit thread popped up with a user claiming Zach had been seen crashing at a friend's house for a few nights. While this couldn't be independently verified, it didn't stop the rumors from spiraling. Then came whispers from within the LPBW fandom circles, allegedly leaked by someone close to production, stating that Zach and Tori had been living apart for weeks. The source claimed that they were committed to co-parenting and keeping things amicable but were no longer functioning as a couple behind closed doors. Online tabloids jumped on it quickly. Some claimed the pair had quietly filed for divorce, citing court records that have yet to surface publicly. Others suggested they were working things out privately but had already separated emotionally. Adding to the intrigue, Tori posted a now-deleted story featuring a quote about letting go of what no longer serves your heart, sparking another wave of comments, shares, and YouTube analysis videos dissecting every word and gesture. Meanwhile, Zach remained mostly silent, further fueling speculation. He skipped a few of their usual family content videos and was absent from recent photo shoots with the kids, including a Father's Day post where Tori only shared a group photo without him in it. Fans began putting the pieces together. The missing ring, cryptic posts, Zach's absence, and the eerie silence. For many, it felt like the beginning of the end for one of reality TV's most beloved couples. But were they really divorcing? Or were they simply taking time apart to regroup? The questions grew louder. Were lawyers already involved? Did they file for divorce quietly to avoid public backlash? Was this the final straw after years of hidden stress? In just a matter of weeks, what started as whispers among observant fans had turned into a full-blown media storm, one that neither Zach nor Tori seemed ready to address, at least, not yet. As whispers of separation between Zach and Tori Roloff grew louder, fans quickly turned their attention to an unexpected detail in one of Tori's Instagram stories, a photo that would send the LPBW fanbase into a frenzy. In the now infamous post, which has since disappeared, Tori shared a casual boomerang of her enjoying coffee in what appeared to be a cozy cafe. But what truly caught the eye of diehard followers wasn't the latte art. It was the presence of a mystery man partially visible in the background, seated just across from her. With just a glimpse of his beard and flannel shirt, fans started speculating. Who is he? Social media sleuths began circulating screenshots and slowed-down screen recordings of the story before it vanished. Some pointed out that this man had appeared in at least 2 other posts, once during a group hike with the kids, and another in the background of a story where Tori was laughing at a joke off camera. In both, Zach was noticeably absent. Some believe he might be a coworker from the preschool or educational projects Tori has been rumored to be involved in post-show. Others say he's just a close family friend, someone who's been around the Roloffs for years but kept out of the limelight. A smaller but vocal group speculates this might be someone Tori emotionally leaned on as her marriage unraveled, possibly even before a formal separation. I'm not trying to stir the pot, but I always felt like she emotionally checked out months ago. That man isn't new. He's just finally making it into frame. Photos and captions under the microscope. Fans have also been dissecting captions from Tori's recent posts for hidden meanings. One particular post from her hiking trip read, "Sometimes the best company isn't the loudest." Some interpreted this as a subtle dig at Zach, or a tribute to someone who has quietly supported her through emotional turmoil. But here's where it gets even murkier. A photo from that same trip was liked and commented on by a private account believed to belong to the mystery man. A simple heart emoji was left in the comments, deleted within hours, but not before fans took screenshots. Body language and emotional clues. Observers also noted that in recent months, Tori seemed lighter in solo photos, more smiles, more playful captions, and a newfound energy that some say signals emotional freedom. That said, her silence about Zach during those same months has only fueled speculation. Was this emotional withdrawal the first sign of the end? Did Tori find comfort in someone else as her marriage grew strained? While there's no confirmed name attached to the mystery man, the question remains, was he simply a friend during a hard season, or something more? And if so, did this new connection emerge before Tori and Zach made any official moves to separate? As the divorce rumors spiraled and fans scoured every Instagram post for clues, Tori Roloff finally broke her silence, not in a formal press release or interview, but in her own subtle, yet powerful way. During a recent Instagram live session, Tori addressed the swirling speculation with grace and restraint. She didn't confirm a divorce, nor did she directly mention Zach. But her words spoke volumes. In one especially poignant moment, she said, "Sometimes you grow apart, and sometimes you find yourself when you least expect it." That single sentence seemed to confirm what many fans had long suspected. This wasn't about betrayal or scandal. It was about emotional distance, growing apart, and rediscovering identity after years of shared responsibilities, parenting, and public life. The way she paused before choosing her words gave weight to every syllable. Tori also spoke about emotional emptiness in a way that felt deeply personal. She reflected on the pressures of motherhood and how easy it is to lose yourself in the day-to-day grind. "I poured everything into being a mom, a wife, a friend, but somewhere in there, I stopped checking in with myself." These statements painted a picture of a woman who has been carrying invisible burdens, trying to do everything for everyone else, while slowly disconnecting from her own sense of self. There was no accusation, no bitterness, just quiet reflection. And yet, the absence of Zach's voice in all of this is deafening. He hasn't responded publicly. No social media comments, no podcast appearances, not even a vague statement. For someone who once shared his world with viewers every week on TLC, this sudden silence is jarring. Some fans see this as Zach choosing to stay respectful and private, while others interpret it as emotional withdrawal, perhaps a continuation of the very dynamic Tori described. Was he already emotionally checked out before things went public? Or is he just overwhelmed by the media frenzy? Meanwhile, Tori emphasized that her focus now is on the kids and rebuilding her own sense of joy. She mentioned starting a new journaling practice, spending more intentional time with each of her children, and taking long walks without her phone. "I want to show my kids what it looks like to love yourself too, not just everyone else." For fans who followed her journey from her early days on Little People, Big World to now, this version of Tori feels different, softer, stronger, more self-aware. And perhaps that's the silver lining in all this heartache. Whether or not the relationship with Zach is officially over, Tori is clearly reclaiming her voice, and fans are listening. As we close out this emotional deep dive, one thing is clear. While no official divorce papers have surfaced yet, all signs strongly suggest that Zach and Tori Roloff are living separate lives. From the absence of wedding rings to cryptic social media posts and the notable distance seen in their recent public appearances, the writing may already be on the wall. Tori, for her part, seems to be stepping into a new chapter. Whether it's an emotional rebirth, a focus on self-care, or even the beginning of a new romantic connection, only time will tell. But what's undeniable is that something inside her has shifted. The once playful, united front that she and Zach shared on Little People, Big World has now transformed into parallel paths and possibly separate futures. Meanwhile, Zach has chosen silence. And in that silence, fans are left to interpret their own meaning. Is it grief? Is it strength? Or perhaps just the desire to protect his children from the noise? The fan base remains divided. Some feel betrayed by the rumors of emotional infidelity and question Tori's loyalty. Others empathize with her struggle, applauding her bravery in putting herself and her happiness first. But regardless of which side people take, one truth remains universal. This is hard.
For them.
For the kids. For the fans who grew up watching their love story unfold. At the end of the day, no one outside their marriage will ever truly understand what went on behind closed doors. What we can do is approach the situation with empathy, compassion, and an open heart. Whether this chapter ends in divorce or transformation, Zach and Tori have shared something real, something raw, and something that impacted millions. Thank you for sticking with us through this in-depth journey. If this story moved you, leave a comment below and let us know what you think the future holds for Zach, Tori, and their beautiful family. As the seasons rolled on, something began to shift. At first, it was subtle, a tired look in Tori's eyes, Zach skipping a family outing, the absence of warm moments that once lit up every episode. Longtime viewers could sense it. The fairy tale was dimming. It wasn't a single moment, but a slow unraveling. Like pages quietly being torn from a love story you thought would never end. On social media, fans noticed that Tori's once upbeat captions grew cryptic. Photos of her and Zach together became scarce. Instead, there were more solo shots of the kids, more mentions of tough days, and fewer glimpses into the love that started it all. Some followers pointed out that Tori stopped wearing her wedding ring in certain posts, a small detail, but one that spoke volumes. During episodes of Little People, Big World, emotional interviews revealed the strain. Tori, once bubbly and full of life, opened up about feeling unseen and overwhelmed. She admitted that parenting was harder than expected, especially while juggling the demands of a TV show and fan expectations. Her voice cracked more than once. It wasn't staged, it was raw and real. Zach, for his part, grew quieter. He seemed preoccupied, distracted, and at times emotionally unavailable. The once comfortable dynamic between them became tense. Conversations that used to be filled with laughter and warmth turned into awkward silences or brief disagreements caught on camera. Fans started asking hard questions. Were they still happy? Was something happening off camera that no one was talking about? Then came the rumors. The kind that spread fast. Whispers about separate bedrooms, Tori house hunting alone, or Zach spending more time at a friend's house. None of it confirmed, but none of it denied either. The silence from the couple spoke volumes. Even the kids, in their innocence, seemed to reflect the change. Jackson looked more serious in recent pictures. Lila, known for her bright smile, appeared more reserved. Was it just growing up, or something heavier in the air? This wasn't just a rough patch. It was the beginning of a very public unraveling. As we wrap up this deep dive into Tori and Zach Roloff's current situation, it's clear that their story is far from simple. While there's no official confirmation of a divorce yet, the emotional and physical distance between them is becoming increasingly apparent. The swirling rumors about cheating remain unsubstantiated, yet whispers of Tori possibly exploring a new relationship, or at the very least, experiencing emotional withdrawal, continue to surface. What stands out most is Tori's journey toward rediscovery. She appears to be prioritizing her own healing and well-being, alongside her role as a devoted mother. Whether this path leads her toward a new relationship or a renewed sense of self remains to be seen. Meanwhile, Zach has chosen to stay silent publicly, keeping his thoughts and feelings private, which only adds to the mystery and speculation among fans. Ultimately, whether this chapter marks the end of their marriage or just a difficult period of transition, one thing is undeniable. The Roloff family is once again at a crossroads. Their journey continues to captivate fans who remain eager to see how this story unfolds. As always, we'll be here to keep you updated with the latest developments.